Good evening, and welcome to the Hex Late Show. My name is Elon Hex, and I just want to tell you that although we are not accepting Bitcoin at Tesla anymore, we will be accepting Hex. And with that, let's go to the intro.
Hey, what's going on? We're live. I'm the Unwrecked Pirate. Welcome back to the Unwrecked Pirate channel. It's the Hex Late Show. We've got day 43 on the bridge.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to
There we go, mate.
And thanks to Elon Hex for
That's really good news, huh?
Isn't that's amazing news?
Yeah.
Tesla's going to be
It's kind of bizarre. What's going on here? We're freaking me out.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Yeah,
I came in at the wrong time. It was like Bizarro World. All I said was day 43 looking pretty weird, and I've been having a few technical issues. I wasn't sure what the hell was going on.
You're a Burning Man, Jexer.
What's that?
You're a Burning Man.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it is. I'm
That's
just
pretty trippy, mate. That's pretty
been
trippy.
fiddling around with all my setup, trying to get it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice one.
So, guys, what's been news this week?
I got news. This morning I did an interview with Martin North.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, from DFA. He's got like a prominent Aussie YouTube channel. So that should be coming out in the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, that old Wales only, mate.
Pardon?
What about that?
G'day to the chat.
Yeah, tell us about that interview you did. Walk the World.
Yeah, it was really good. It was
What's all these pop-ups happening here?
Yeah, I didn't mention Pulse. I forgot to. I got to get a list of what to mention, but no, we had a really good talk about Hex.
Wow.
He was really open to it, and yeah, I think it went quite well. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit, it's hard to know when you're kind of in it, but word's getting out there. He's a really mainstream Aussie YouTuber, so property and stocks and all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
when did you have that chat with him?
This morning.
And was it done live or you just pre-recorded something?
Yeah, pre-recorded.
Oh yeah, cool.
So it'll come out in the next 4 or 5 days.
Yep. So where are we going to be airing that?
YouTube.
Already put up at a
Or else.
All right, mate. All right.
What are you on
Let's talk
about,
about-
Unwrecked?
Your audio is
go
not
up.
good, Unwrecked.
Unwrecked, you're lagging out, mate.
Can't hear me. Lagging out, no audio.
It's just
How's that then?
constant little
Is that better?
mumbling in the background whenever you
Oh,
talk.
technical.
I thought you said you hacked into the neighbour's wireless and you're all good to go.
Yeah, I am. Here I am. This is.
I thought that was Unwrecked that done that. Was that you? Was it?
Oh no, that's me. But that's why I'm here.
Very
I'm
good.
outside, sitting
No,
outside
good to
next
hear.
to the neighbour. He's a lovely guy, Dutch guy.
So sorry, I didn't quite catch. So that's going to air on Martin's show as well. Is that correct?
That is Martin's show. It is Martin's show, and it's going to be airing on his show. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a good win, mate. Well done.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. I'm looking forward to that.
So looking back, how do you think you performed? Do you think you done us
I was
proud?
nervous. I was a bit nervous, but also I was very forgiving of myself. Like I knew I was going to make some stuff ups. Because whenever I mention your website, I have in my mind safehex.win because that just sounds better.
Yeah.
But it's hexsafe.win.
But it sounds like it was sort of like safe sex when I was putting it all together. I thought, it's going to be a bit weird.
And for some reason, I always get it mixed up in my brain. And I was had it in my brain, I've got to say it the right way. And then I always say it the wrong way. So I'll say it the reverse way to the wrong way. And we'll have to find out.
Hey, well, I didn't even know you were going to give me a plug. So thanks anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to know any info about security and managing your private keys and hardware wallets and all that sort of stuff related to Hex, you can go to hexsafe.win. It's a fantastic resource, and our very own Jexa has put that together. There's all these YouTube clips which guide you through the process of seed phrase triage and just managing your keys in a safe and secure way. So that's somewhere you should definitely go and visit, and subscribe to his YouTube channel as well.
I was pretty freaked out by that that tweet from Richard about Brave, the Brave browser, and the Brave crypto wallets, which we've had conversations about before, and we still haven't found a good solution for.
Yeah, so I think before you go doing any long stakes, you really want to. I know it's easy to say now in hindsight, but it's something you really want to have a look at before you go. If you're new, take the time before you go start doing all your stakes to figure out your setup, what wallet you're going to use.
If you're new, watch every video on hexsafe.win and go and ask and get yourself a ledger or a Trezor, basically.
Yeah, that's everyone's got their own opinion about what is the best way and what's the most secure. And I think just getting something like a Trezor device is a catch-all. You don't have to be super clued up on all things security. It will give you the most bang for your buck in terms of keeping you safe and sound without having to learn too much of the nitty-gritty and setting up air-gapped machines and building your own bloody code to do things. It's too hard for most people. If we can get everyone just doing the basics, that's all you need, and that'll protect 90% of people pretty well. And
if you are setting up, straight off a hardware wallet like a Trezor, go with a passphrase.
Yeah.
I would say if you can do that, because once you do your stakes without a passphrase on the seed phrase, with not passphrase protected, then they're there, and you can't then retrospectively go back and move them over. They're locked in that non-passphrase protected set of addresses or set of keys.
If someone gets your seed phrase, you still got your passphrase protected, hey?
Yeah.
Yes.
The other great thing about passphrase is you can do a whole sentence, which is much easier to remember than some wacky password.
Yeah, it gives you a whole lot more security and a whole lot more flexibility as well. So if you want to segregate your hardware wallet into logical devices, you can do that and have totally separate wallets and areas for different entities that you may have, or whatever reason you need to do it, or just that plausible deniability side of things as well.
Yeah, hidden.
Yep.
Yeah. So, guys, did you see this clip? Let me see if I can find it. Is his name Powell? What's his name?
Oh yeah. He replied to me on Twitter.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's mentioned Hex a couple of times in videos. I was actually, just before we got on here, I was on the treadmill and I was listening to one of his streams. He's a pretty switched on fellow, I reckon. He's good.
He's not a smart guy, but apparently he says he's not looking for yield. He's only, but still it doesn't make sense because
I heard that comment as well. But would you not take it if you can get it? It seems crazy to not
multiply.
Why don't we have a listen to what he said?
Asset of all time as well.
Why don't we have a listen to what he said?
Is we won't know until we start to see network effects. Do developers build on it? Do people want to invest in it? Does it create solutions that people understand? And that's true of all of these things. Whether it's Polkadot or Cardano or Hex or, you name it, we don't know. We don't know. These are big ideas. They're all big ideas. Which one works? Which one gets traction? We're going to have to find out. And that's half the fun of this space. Everybody can play the VC.
Yeah.
It's even more fun when you do know, isn't it?
So do you reckon he's holding some Hex bags?
Oh,
pure speculation.
Yeah. I think he is.
Might have a sneaky bit in his back pocket.
Right, so tell me this: why wouldn't you?
But why would he say he's
No, but why wouldn't you claim your free Bitcoin worth of Hex?
He came after that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he was around then.
He came after launch. He would have only found out about it after launch, yeah.
Okay.
There was one tweet he mentioned where he said, show me your best thing in a paragraph. And everyone just went boom like that. There was thousands of people doing stuff. And Hex was a massive, it was obvious there was loads and loads of Hex stuff on there. And he said he's going to choose it. He's not going to say which ones he chooses, but he's going to look for the ones which are going to have the best network effects. And so it's like a no-brainer that you would have chosen Hex if you chose a handful of them.
Yep. That is the powerhouse behind Hex, is the network effect.
Yeah.
Hey, Unwrecked, can you please address this question by Brizology in the chat? Are those panties on your mic, mate? I don't think we can hear you, mate.
Can't hear him.
We can't hear you. We can only assume that was a yes, though. You got thumbs up for yes, or...
That's hilarious.
Mate, I can't wait. I'm heading down to the first Australian Hex meetup in a few days. Unwrecked's picking me up from the airport. Mate, I can't wait to hang out with you. It's going to be... I'm going to have some of the most entertaining days of my life. I can just see it now.
Be fun, boys. Enjoy it.
Yeah. But it was so weird that he said I'm not interested in Hex. Like, it's funny, these people have this kind of like...
Sorry. Wind back again. Who said that?
Raoul Powell. Like in that, like I said something about the thing, and he actually replied directly to me. And so,
yeah, right.
And he said, I'm uninterested in Hex.
Is that right?
It's like, what? How can you be?
Yep.
Why would he say that?
It took him a while. Took him a while to get into Bitcoin too.
Yeah, I suppose, but it's just like, especially as a macro person, it's like, come on, really? Like you're interested, at least interested.
Sig Hex 148. I wish you guys were headed to Vegas.
Oh man,
we're headed to Vegas as well. I wish. We're not allowed to. We're locked in our country like criminals.
Yeah.
We're not to leave.
We're in the prison. No, it'd be so good to be. It's been seeing a few clips of people, and it's looking awesome. You guys are going to have so much fun.
Yeah, it would be good to be over there.
Yeah.
We're pretty free to move around our own country at the moment, but yeah, the borders are a pain in the ass, to be honest.
I know. Like, we're going to be heading down to Nimbin. We're going to have to get like some special permission to go back up into Queensland.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would have had much hope of getting over there and back without a lot of messing around. So that's all right. There'll be other times, and yeah, I think the next Hexagon meetup would have been good to be at the first one, but the next one's going to be massive, I think.
Yeah, when the world opens up fully, man, and we're all just like cashed up to the hilt, and we'll just be able to go anywhere. Yeah, fully. We're going to have it on a castle on an island somewhere, because everyone choppers in, and actually, no, you want other people to be there as well. Just have a massive party. Do it on Ibiza or something.
Yeah. Well, there's been a couple of Hexicans buying pretty good pads. Maybe we might have to crash at one of those. Or something. Yeah. The Twitter feed popped up today. Hexicans just brought a nice big house, so good on him.
Yeah.
Who was that?
That couple?
I haven't got the tweet up, but yeah, it was someone somewhere over in the UK. Yeah, splashed out on a new pad, so good on him. So it goes to show that it's the real deal.
We can hear that. Unwrecked. Sorry, mate. We can hear that unwrecked.
It's unwrecked.
Right. Oh, you got to. I can hear. You can hear me now.
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, geez, that was like trying to communicate in Braille.
Visual Braille.
Like, what do I? Am I like listen? Am I the retard, or are these other three not like the others?
You're the retard.
Hey, what's going on here? You lads. Oh, goodness me. Well, as I started saying about the only thing that matters is number go up. Hey, Up to the right. That's old Hex. See, I've got signs. It's ready to go.
That's
Oh,
it,
shill.
mate.
Proof of shill, mate. Don't worry about that.
Hey, do you know what also matters? That slowly we're going to be turning the haters into lovers. I think over the long period of time.
All my love is hate. Exactly right.
Still got a lot of education to do. What I'm seeing on crypto Twitter, for better or for worse, there's a lot of people that they actually think we're posting Photoshop images of coin rankings. They think that when we post something from Nomics that shows we're in position 4 or whatever it is at the moment, they think we're taking the time and effort to actually Photoshop that. So
that's gold.
So for anyone that's and I've
That's
seen it
gold.
so many times, for anyone that's watching this show for the first time or is new to Hex, probably worth just going over what's going on and why people are thinking that and thinking we're fudging the numbers. So there's a market data integrity report which basically compares Nomics, CoinGecko, CoinCompare, and CoinMarketCap. I'll put it in the chat, mate. You might be able to bring it up.
You know, it's weird though. It also kind of happened in Etherscan. Like you can see the
you can see it. Yeah,
amount of coins in Etherscan, but then when they rank them, they had to
manipulating them
much lower because of our liquid supply or something.
Yeah.
Like that. So, what's going on?
So effectively, there was a market data integrity report, and it ranked Nomics as an A-. So really good in terms of transparency and the data it's putting it for everyone to view. Then going down the list, we had CoinGecko at a B+, Crypto Compare at a B+, and then trailing at the back, CoinMarketCap with a C+ to C- for the two settings. So it is one of the least accurate data sources, yet that is the main one that everyone relies upon. So what we as Hexicans do is we don't really use CoinMarketCap because they're manually gatekeeping Hex and pushing it down to page 3, when even on the way they're fudging the numbers, so they're manipulating the circulating supply, and they're cutting it down drastically, it still puts Hex at I think about a $14-15 billion project, which means it should be on the front page. So even with all their messing around and tweaking the numbers and doing the gatekeeping, we still should be present on page 1. So that's how bad it's actually gotten over there. So when we, as Hexicans, put out our snapshot of the coin ranking sites and it shows us at number 4, it's hard for people to believe it because they don't understand how bad the manipulation is and how bad the gatekeeping is on those major sites. So all we can do is keep cracking that nut. But yeah, if you're new to Hex, and I've got a lot of people that have been in Hex for a little while and they still don't really understand why that is, why there's the difference, that's primarily what's going on there. So if someone really wants to see our true ranking, you've got to send them to Nomics.
And I've just posted that in the chat, guys, that link. So if you want to go check it out, you can go do that. Yes.
Go Crypto 303. Weird comment. Oh, it's true.
Cool.
What's that? Let me read that. What's that?
I don't know. That's the one you want to put up there.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I saw. Who was that? Was that Motley? What's going on, Motley Investor? Where are you? Where is it? There it is. Yar, what up, pirates? I'll tell you what's up, man. Let me tell you what's up. There we go. What's up, pirates? What is up?
Because you've been playing with the tech all day, haven't you? I can see you've got all the comments rolling on the screen now, and geez, this is a big upgrade coming to Discourse Syndicate, isn't it? We've got more tech to play with.
This is a culinary delight. Little culinary delight called an ice Fovo.
Oh, ice Fovo.
Yeah, beautiful. It's like never look a man in the eye when he's eating a banana.
Why not?
Where's the Golden Gay time, mate? Oh. Are you channeling Mcafee, mate? Oh,
He's gone all silent now. He's giving us the death treatment again.
No, he's talking, but I can't hear him.
I just had coconut on my computer, so I was just wiping it off with a pair of ladies' underwear. That's the flavour, bit of like ice Volvo. This you don't get them elsewhere. This is an Australian biscuit, isn't it?
New Zealand, actually. I think it's Koolaid. Yeah.
Oh, well, even better.
And that stuff is we've claimed the PAV as well. I think that was New Zealand, but we've claimed the PAV over as well. So
that's true.
That's right. We'll let you have all that. That's all good.
So Jetsa, I have been playing with all the stuff, like all the tech stuff. Shout out to the Joker. What's up, bro? What is up? The Joker. We love you, mate. We love you.
The Jokers are all there. Yeah.
You got all the free at your fingertips now, haven't you?
This is my favourite, though, this one. Yeah. Pumpermentals.com. Pumpermentals.
You have a little chat about the price action we've seen today?
Absolutely.
It's jumped back up, hasn't it?
Yeah, so I put a little post in the Telegram there. There was a particular wallet that was dumping pretty hard.
Yeah.
Let me just bring up let me bring something up, hey? What chart do you want?
What's that, mate?
What chart do you want, mate?
Well, I've put in Etherscan. You can have a look at that and you can see what this guy was
in the private chat.
This is the seller. This is like the seller was dumping today, wasn't it? It's a big dump.
Yeah, so he had
he got a bit squeamish.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he was obviously
maybe
wanted
he was
to buy.
Like
I reckon it was the guy that needed to buy his new house. I reckon he just needed to cash in a bit.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, there was. I think he dumped in the order of like he had in USDC in his wallet. He had about 1.8 mil. That if you go back to that wallet address up the top there, mate, you can just click on the wallet address there. Yeah, you'll be able to see what he's got left.
Ooh,
what's he got left?
So what's
$2 million worth, or 2 million tokens worth?
1.8 mil in USDC, and he's got 6.8 million hex, which is about 576k.
Yep. So he's unloaded, or just at a rough guess, he's from what I can see here, probably well over $1 mil. And I don't know whether that 1.8 that he's got sitting in USDC has all come from this recent dump, but he has unloaded quite a lot.
It's a lot of ammo in the tank, though, isn't it?
Still a bit there to go. But he has.
No, I mean the opposite way as well. Like if he wants to get in, if he wants to.
That's right. Yeah,
a lot more USD there than hex, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Well, I think he's cashed out a lot of hex, and he's turned that into USDC. He's got 1 5-year stake. That's about 4 million hex.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, so that's why, it was a bit of an odd move the way he's pushed the price so far against himself without really a need to. But obviously, if you need to cash out quick, you cash out quick. But he's not and I don't know how many other addresses are linked. I didn't go into too much detail, but there's definitely one. So there's 2 stakes there. One's quite large, and there's one right not so far in the future. That's only a small one.
That's a 4 million. A 4 million.
Correct.
And when's that? Is that 2024?
It's not that far 3.5 years or so.
And this one, what is this one for? This is for.
Yeah.
You know what he might be doing? He's not cashing out because he's not moving it. Like it's just staying there. So what he might be doing, he might be getting ready for the sacrifice, and he wants to play that tactic where he just pumps the price like fuck.
Possibly.
And then sacrifices.
Possibly.
Waits 10 minutes and then sacrifices.
But why? He's taken a pretty big hit to do that in terms of slippage today.
Yeah, but he's probably just a degenerate gambler.
Yeah. It was running through a bot as well by the looks of it, so I'm not sure. Yeah. Right. So when you have a look at some of the transactions there, you can see it was going via a bot. pretty much every single transaction gets pushed to another address, which has comments in Etherscan about being a bot.
Oh.
Can anyone relate to this comment?
No, not at all.
No comment?
Yep. I think we're all in the same boat there. Yep.
Portugal.
So that big price move down we've seen, which knocked it down around about 20-odd%. Hopefully, well, that's the end of it for today. Whether this guy wakes up and wants to keep going, there is a little bit of ammo left there where they can do that again. But this is just one.
Never get the T-shares back, eh? Never get that amount of T-shares back ever again.
He's just.
Yeah,
I don't know whether there's a better game plan or like Day43.
Maybe he just thought. Maybe he thought it's going into a bit of bear territory, and he thought he could try to time it a bit, and cash back in.
Maybe
after it dips a bit.
Thought he could make more money without staking. I think the best way to make money in cryptocurrency is by staking Hex. That's my personal view.
Yeah, but some people are addicted to the adrenaline, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, if he was paying attention, you'd know that you can cash out without pushing the price against yourself if you get clever the way you use liquidity and
a smart way.
Scale in, scale out. Scale in, scale out. Right.
Yeah, but
don't make too much of a splash. Like why do that? Especially now, it's like you're cashing out. You're trying to harvest fruit from a bloody couple of year old apple tree instead of like a 15-year-old one.
But maybe that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to instill a bit of panic into the market, try to crash the price down a bit so he could buy back in.
Flush out the weak hands, you reckon? Well, look, admittedly, in my position, I don't have much in liquidity, so it's like, I probably would have. Like I sold all the way through, highs, lows. I bought the tops and the lows, and the last thing I want to do is actually sell me Hex at the moment. So
I mean, fundamentally, there's so much going on at the moment that it's. And that's why I was speaking to someone about it today. So it's a bit of a crazy move, unless there's some ulterior motive, or whether we're seeing. But this guy's been in it. He was in the AA, so he's been around since the beginning. Yeah. So it's not like he doesn't know Hex.
Yeah, there's some of those guys that had enough skin in the game then to get huge bags.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he did.
That's his only account. He could have other stuff.
That's it. This could be peanuts. So yeah.
So question here, we've got, can you guys buy Hex directly with Aussie dollars, and is there an Aussie stablecoin and trading pair? As far as I understand it, the best option for buying Hex is just to get either Ethereum or USDC or something like that, and then just go to ETH and swap, or go to Matcha and swap there.
What do Australian sites have USDC?
A few of them do.
Yeah.
What has USDT? I know. There's an Australian exchange that has USDT. I don't know about USDC.
Pretty sure they do.
Pretty much all of them have USDC.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, on the BTC Marcus doesn't. That's what I
use. That's the one I don't. That's probably.
They never got back to me. I tried to register. Yeah. Pretty sure most.
So if
I've had it mixed up, I've done mix up on those two.
But there is an Aussie stable coin, isn't there? Binance has one.
Yeah, it's True AUS or something. Is it True AUD?
And also the Australian government
AUD or True Australia.
Yeah, and also the Australian government is looking into an Australian crypto stable coin, and they're looking to get a paper ready in about 2 years' time.
So if you're an Australian and you're a Hex Gen, I think the exchange to harass. Whilst CoinSpot is okay, I reckon the exchange to harass to get Hex listed would be Independent Reserve.
Oh yeah, why do you say that, Rector?
For a number of reasons. CoinSpot it's not the most price-friendly exchange. There's not a great deal of liquidity. They're easy to deal with and easy to onboard, but Independent Reserve is even easier. They don't have a massive amount of coins on Independent Reserve either. They got just like probably 20 or so. CoinSpot is just, they chuck anything at the wall and people will go buy anything there.
Yeah, that's the casino, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But the response and the amount of friction to get onto Independent Reserve is really minimal. Literally within 20 minutes, you're up and rolling. So they're probably my preferred one. We don't have fantastic options down here in terms of depth of liquidity and things at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. They're getting better, but yeah, you wouldn't want to be cashing out a bunch in a hurry on some of these exchanges.
I just want to talk about the this thing in Vegas. Like,
is there something going on in Vegas?
Oh man, I would love to be in Vegas with everyone. How much fun would that be? Yeah. I saw like a really short clip of, I think it was, who was it? It was Matty Allen and Patrick from Crypto Spybook, and I think it was Karim with the white, yeah. And they were like dancing or something. It looked like they were having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
It was how much? And I just saw them like, oh man, I wish I was there. I wish I was there.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit jealous when we start seeing all the streams and things going on. But have fun, guys. It's going to be a good time. Enjoy it.
Yeah, hey, Unwrecked, have we organised to do a stream with the Vegas people in the Aussie meetup? He's on. He's watching some.
No. I don't talk to those guys.
Okay.
Nah.
Good.
Yeah, no, she's right. No, I did watch a Matty Allen stream the other day with Blaze Australia Music. You know, Blaze. Yeah, that was a good stream, and I saw. I've been watching a little bit of the Joker, and I've been watching Wales Only. So that's where I've been trying to get my education on what's doing in Hex. But yeah, as far as the Las Vegas thing, isn't it? We're just you're flying down from Cairns. Yeah. We're going to Nimbin because that's where all the I don't know, the shanty towns are, where all the shanty people.
Bro, that's the hacky sack capital of Australia.
Yeah, hacky sack capital of Australia. I'm a fucking champion of that shit then.
Would you? Is Nimbin? Would you class it as like a hippie area or is not?
Oh, it's the marijuana capital. It's the marijuana capital of.
I don't
know if hippies are still a thing. Is that? Have they evolved? Hippies was the 70s thing.
Well, it's all their children. It's like all their children now.
Broad spectrum, isn't it? It's a broad church, that one. Yeah.
Now there's loads of like communes all around out there, and
there's some nice little nooks and some nice countryside, like the
beautiful place, beautiful part of the world.
Yeah,
like one of the most beautiful parts.
Northern is
one of the most beautiful parts of the world.
It's an ancient volcano.
Yeah,
it was an ancient volcano once upon a time. Yeah,
super fertile, lush, like lots of green and rolling hills and all that kind of stuff.
That's it. Yeah, it's like
T-Bird. He's the king of Nimbin.
You're a regular there, are you, T-Bird?
Yeah. Yeah, I booked into the hotel and it was like, guess how much it cost for a night in the Nimbin pub? $8. That's like 1980.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
$8.
I burnt more fuel driving out of town to try and throw the swag.
Bro, I haven't got any crypto stuff with you when you go there. I hope you haven't got any crypto stuff when you're staying at that. Don't take any of that shit.
I hope you come out with your kidneys still.
Yeah. They're not only going to take your crypto, they'll take your kidneys, mate.
It's kind of like the most opposite of Vegas you could imagine in a way, isn't it? Vegas, Nimbin.
Totally. The opposite.
Two polar opposites
Absolutely.
In the world.
Hey, I've got a question for you guys. What do you think of this question? I want to hear everyone's thoughts. Is the world's finest is Hex the world's finest DeFi product?
No, I think he means us.
What do you reckon, Blue Bum?
Yeah,
what's the world's
true DeFi? It's the only true DeFi, really. I mean, everyone's been searching for these contracts without admin keys, and no one can find any. Hex is the only one. It's pretty much the only proper DeFi product.
I can't think of anything else, like decentralized finance, right? So you need a finance product that is decentralized.
Like Uniswap's integral. That's an amazing product.
Yeah.
And I don't know about their admin keys, but they've got version 1, 2, 3. So you'd imagine they'd have to create new ones, and so probably different every time.
I think their admin keys were limited. So in V2, just had that ability to flick a switch to collect some fees from the liquidity providers. Other than that, I think they were pretty straight up and down. Now, the whole thing where they've slapped the token on the side, that's irrelevant. That's not related to the smart contract itself that does the DEX. So I think that's probably one of the only ones that was, had admin keys but didn't have like God mode. And I don't know about V3. I haven't looked into V3 enough to know whether that's better or worse. But there's obviously a lot more moving parts, so maybe they have had to tweak that a little bit.
We should do a bounty. Anyone who can find a contract on Ethereum which doesn't have an admin key, we'll give like 20,000 hex or something.
Yeah, it's it is really eye-opening because no one even cares about half this shit. They don't even pay attention to it. They just pile their money into these things without even considering that. And it's not until it's sort of been put in your sphere of awareness that you start to actually take notice of things like that. And and like you said, we've all been on the search to try and find these projects that are probably going to come across the Pulse and perform seamlessly, or as best they can seamlessly, and we can't find many. It's a pretty scary thought, really.
Yeah, Crypto 303, I don't know how they're going to, I don't know what governments are going to do to try to control it, though. That's the whole thing. It's DeFi. It's out. Mm-hmm. It's like done. It's like they can't control it. That's the whole point of DeFi. Like, they can try, but, like, what are they going to do?
Yeah, it's
a tough one.
Yeah, once it's out in the wild, you can... It's like this is probably
try and retrospectively fuck you with the taxation laws.
Yeah, possibly, but that just pushes things further underground, though, doesn't it?
Or pushes us to other countries.
Yeah.
Like, this means we are going to go to other countries where we have a better offer.
That's right. You'll be if there'll be some countries that go, screw you. I mean, just look at El Salvador. They're embracing it, and there'll be countries that embrace it, and
that's where the crypto will go.
It's where crypto will go. It's where business will go. We've seen it happen with Malta.
The ease of doing transactions and business will go where the natural flow is, and the value will accumulate at the end points.
That's it.
If you're a country whose economy is not the best, and everyone else is turning away people with buttloads of money, and you open the gates to them and say, welcome, guys, there'll always be a country that'll do it.
Especially the smaller countries.
Yeah. The way you've been talking, I want to move overseas. The way you've been talking about Australian laws, taxation laws, I'm going to move overseas ASAP. And I know where I'm going. NZ. Hey,
come back home.
Dream big, mate. NZ hasn't got it. What are their crypto laws like? They're probably the same as Australia, no?
Well, it doesn't matter. It'll take me 5 years to learn how it works, and in that 5 years, they'll have no idea where I'll be.
Oh, okay. You do the underground thing.
You're going to turn into a ghost.
Yeah, look, this comment in the chat about retrospective laws. Retrospective laws are always a possibility. It's a very dangerous precedent for governments to be setting to, start with retrospective legislation. I don't know if that's the right path for governments to go, but who knows? I mean,
they'll flail out and try all sorts of stuff, won't they? That's what they seem. That's what seems to be a modus operandi.
But it's like anything you try to ban, and like I was going to say before, whether you got drugs legalized or not, if you don't legalize them, it just pushes it further underground, and they don't disappear. It just probably gives it more of that criminal element than what it needs to be, makes it more nefarious than what it needs to be. So I think that would be a wrong move to try and ban things.
It's just too late now as well, because So
China's coming out strong and banning
things.
You
got a country accepting it. You can't ban it in another country.
That's right. And China's come out to try and ban things so many times. Do you think all their citizens are not participating in crypto just because they're being told to stop it?
Well, it sounds like no, they're not. Of course not. But it sounds like their mining's that is getting kicked out of China, and maybe that's why Bitcoin's crashing. He's on his gay time again.
This is a summer delight, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
man.
offensive to say that word. You're not allowed to say it. You can't hard to have a gay time on your own. Apparently that offends some people. So
Hey,
this is a Aldi summer delight.
Hey, Unwrecked, can we have a gay time party when I'm at your place?
No, summer delight. You're allowed to say. You're not allowed to say that. Gay time. It's like offensive.
They changed the name of them. They haven't changed the name of them, have they?
No, this is like a POV Audi version of a gay time. It's called summer delight.
What?
Summer delight.
A POV.
So what was it? Someone just crypto.
Is that the Audi version, mate? Is that the Audi version? Come on, man. The Gay Time Ice Cream is an Australian institution.
Yeah,
You
but
can't-
apparently you're not allowed to say it's hard to have a gay time on your own. You have to, apparently they're trying to protest as a petition against calling gay time because of queers and that and homos.
Well, who's someone made a petition? Did they? Who did that?
Yeah, apparently they tried to deem a gay
Who they
time as
presented
offensive. Oh, it's been around since the 1920s before homosexuals was invented.
Yeah. Yeah, the gay just meant happy.
Hey, Brazologist. What did crypto?
He gets it. Brizzo gets it. He gets it. See,
Hey, what's
he's got a good sense of humour, that Brizzo.
Hang on, Crypto Koolaid. How you going, buddy? Crypto Koolaid's a guy who does has done all the backgrounds for the Discourse Syndicate. I don't know if you've seen Captain RG3's background.
Yeah.
All the stuff for the Hex conference that Maddie Allen hosted. Crypto Koolaid did all of that stuff, man. He's a real asset to the community. Very lucky to have him. He's also a really, really smart guy. You guys
love him because of the security.
Yeah. He's got some great ideas with security as well.
There's Sammy in the chat there.
So what's he saying? We've moved all our liquidity.
Did you guys see we're only 10% ETH, 7% move to USDC? Okay, so they're moving more to USDC. So it must be more USDC Hex pair and
That's
just own.
It really makes sense,
More downside to ETH.
That really makes
Bitcoin.
sense because they know that anyone holding USDC, it's just a ticking time bomb. Because the longer you hold it, the more it's going to depreciate. And so, it's just not a long-term move to hold USDC. So it's so much smarter to have your liquidity in USDC.
I think it's more to remove the reflexivity with ETH. So if ETH
and it does that
continues
as
to
well.
go down, yeah,
it does that as well. But think about the psychology. If you're holding USDC, what are you doing? You're just sheltering for a moment. Any kind of long-term thinking with USDC is just going to devalue in terms of purchasing power over time. So it's just a ticking time bomb of you holding it. You're going to want to put it into some crypto, aren't you?
Yeah.
Of course.
But I think the main reason is if the market is going to keep sliding backwards, then you want to pair yourself up with something that's not going to drag you down with it. So that's a good thing, and that's what's making Hex look so strong, because everything else that's on these main exchanges is getting pulled backwards with the market as it goes down further and further.
It'd be pretty funny if everything just kept going down, except Hex just kept going up. It was just
that's what's happening, mate. It's not.
I know that's what's happening, but you'd expect the crypto market to go into a bit of a bull at some point.
Have you guys seen this? Holy shit!
What are all the wicks doing? What are all these wick ups?
Jex, do you remember when we were down here?
Yeah,
and
ETH pair, is it? Yeah,
and we were down in this point right here, and we were just wondering what's going to happen. Geez, look at what it's done. It's just
when you're actually down in that point.
Wow,
so when we're down in the bottom of that trough, like that third or fourth bounce there at the bottom, it feels like you could never ever get back up to a previous high, because it just looks so big. And I think that was about a 300% or 400% move from the bottom just to get up to the all-time high again, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was like 20,000 hex back up to like 200,000. It was like a 10x or 100x.
5 0.
Must have been a 10x.
5 zeros and a 4. So it's 0.000004 was like pretty much the low, and now we're like 11x. 11x.
10 or 11x. 10 or 11x. Yep, that sounds about right. Yep, spot on.
So look at that.
Good.
That changes that. Look, that changes that whole chart, doesn't it? Now it's like, oh, let's squeeze it down and see where this thing's going to go up here.
Yeah.
It's pumps are all
going,
primed, aren't they?
It's going up here. It's not going. Yeah. It's not going back down this way.
Well, do you reckon?
Oh, I got it made, man. I got it made. I'm telling you.
Well, don't you reckon the rest of the crypto market will go into another bull like in 3 months or something?
Yeah, I don't think we're done yet, but hey, hard to say. I think when everyone thinks it's all in the toilet, that's usually when you get something. The phoenix rises from the ashes, so I wouldn't write it off just yet.
I mean, we're still there's still like hardly anyone knows about Hex. Like how many wallets are there? 200,000, 220.
This is the absurdity. So I was talking about people just making stupid comments on Twitter when they were saying we were photoshopping rankings. Like you show them a chart like this, and their reason is, oh yeah, all scams, all Ponzi's behave like that. Like they just.
They normally have a crash as well, though, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and they're saying no, the crash is going to come. Like, come on, guys, you've been saying that since day one.
One guy was saying, yeah, it's gonna crash in 15 years.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, Jesus. That's a
longest rug in history. Yeah,
he's giving himself some margin for error. Yeah,
he's going to have a very stressful time for the next 15 years. So, go up and up and up and up.
Mudhog's comment there's nailed it. Like a move to Hex at the moment, it is a flight to safety. I don't give a shit whether you like Hex or not. You can see what it's doing, and if you're just sitting there watching everything you own bleed out,
yeah.
Shit.
No, it's the best advertising we've had. That little green lifeboat while everything else is a sea of red. Like, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many unhappy Hexicans at the moment.
So I've got another question for you guys. What do you think of it's pulsechain.com.
Ooh.
Would you say this is the most biggest?
I really hope it's
airdrop ever? Is that what this is? Like, let's get this right. Is this the biggest airdrop ever in the history of crypto? Has there any?
How do you measure them?
Apparently so.
What else could there have been?
How many other projects have you seen drop simultaneously? There's 5,000 projects drop.
For sheer number of tokens, undoubtedly. And I guess actually for the amount of money as well, because back when Bitcoin Cash happened, that was.
But just also the number of people it's going to touch. Like, think about how many people might get to play on the Pulse chain because of this.
Yeah, every single is going to
the network effect. Yeah.
Like, who in crypto doesn't have some ETH?
Adoption.
Even Bitcoin maximalists probably have some ETH somewhere, like in some wallet no one knows about.
Yeah.
It's
going to be
everyone's got some sort of token stashed away on an ETH token. They've all got a bit of. How many people got Uni? All those people are going to get versions.
Yeah.
What's going to be interesting.
Actually, it's easily the biggest airdrop in history. Without
what I think is going to be a mind bender is for the likes of Binance, Coinbase, so the bigger exchanges that have got wallets packed to the gills with ERC20s, and do you think their community or their user base is just going to let them fuck them over and not give them what they're owed? So that's going to be, their hand will probably get forced where they will have to, they're going to have to enable the gateway somehow to allow people to.
Well, you know what? Do you remember when the Bitcoin Cash thing happened? beforehand, the whole thing was like, what are the exchanges going to do? And then it was just like one exchange was going to do it, and then all of a sudden, all of them started, like trying to organize it so that they could give it to their customers as well. So it's probably going to be something similar.
Yeah, there'll be not. Yeah, it'll be just through sheer pressure that they'll be forced to do something.
Yeah,
and if they don't, that's going to reflect pretty badly on.
Yeah,
right. So there's a lot of game theory in that, like, between PHEX and ETHEX, but I think, look, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens, and I think the net result will be good for Hex.
it's going to be really interesting? The period in between the end of the sacrifice and when the fork happens. Like, what is going to happen to the Hex price during that?
It's going to get smashed. It's going to be like up and down, sideways, hill at a post, all over the shop. Market discovery. Yeah, it most likely go down because it will be like another inflationary event.
But the thing is, everyone's going to have to be positioning to make sure they have Hex for the fork.
Yeah, well, that's going to pump the price of the shit out, isn't it? It's going to just like go.
It depends when the snapshot.
Pump of metals.
When's the snapshot going to be? We don't know when the snapshot's going to be. If there could be a snapshot. Couldn't there just be a snapshot and then it doesn't necessarily have to start immediately after that snapshot?
Oh yeah, it does. It's a fork, not a snapshot. It's forks. So one
goes one way, the other one goes the other way.
One block is going to be just Ethereum, and then the next block, Ethereum is going to go on, and Pulse is going to be on a different chain.
Yeah, the block gets completed, and then the chain goes two sides.
That's when you have all of your stuff. But there's that period in between, like there's a sacrifice stage, wherever it'll be 2 weeks or 30 days or whatever, and then there's going to be a period of time.
Exactly.
That's
what Finbear says.
What did he say?
He says if Hex is designed to do 10,000 X, what if it stopped PHEX to do the same? Nothing.
Totally.
NK. Totally. NKX all the way.
Yep. I think they're going to go.
And that's that's even before you get into the Pulse side of things as well. Okay, all right. Just for a bit of fun, chuck out how many X do you think Pulse is going to do in the first year?
Same as this one. Same as the last 12 months, say. What's that, 360, 370 X? Come on, you've got to be happy with that.
So this is I'm not talking about PHEX, I'm talking about Pulse itself. So we're going to sacrifice.
It's going to do. Yeah.
What's the potential there? and I know
massive.
It's chucking it.
That's like an ETH. That's like an ETH potential. Better than ETH. Oh, it's like ETH, but better, isn't it?
So, we've got a few coming in.
So hard. I'm going to say 400X.
1000X, I reckon. Yeah, I agree with Josh. 311983. I agree with him. 1000X.
Amy Chica, get out of this room.
She said, she just likes a freeway. She likes a freeway gay time. That's what she wants. I saw her before. She's fanging for a gay time. Did you see that? She wants a freeway gay time. 2 other girls.
So just to try and keep a bit of normality about the show. So just by virtue of the sacrifice chamber, if we've got that same ramp that has been discussed, that could be a 3x just in that period. If you get in day one to the end of it, so that is a bit of a gauge, and then after that, that's when it goes into real price discovery.
Yeah.
And starting off of
it could go
very low base.
It's just that speculative value. You've got no idea. Like, it just could go anywhere, couldn't it?
So, what did we do in the first year of Hex? I'm just going to have a quick look. I'm going to go check it out while we're having a chat and just see what we actually did do. On V1.
Like a 550 or 560 or something, was it?
Yeah, I think I've done a measure today. I done a shit post and let's see. I won't even go from the very bottom. I'll go from where it sort of starts. So 19th of December.
Oh, no, do it from the bottom. Do it from the lowest low to
Do it
the.
from low, you reckon? All
Yeah,
right.
do it from the lowest low until.
So that's I'll
big
call that
payday.
that's the 4th of Jan.
Big payday. Didn't
We'll
it?
do it from the 4th of Jan to next
Oh,
year.
I suppose the Jan. Yeah, right. Jan. You want to do? Well, there was that New Year's Eve big week up, wasn't there? Do it to that.
Up to 2 cents.
Up to 2 cents. So that was 292x. Or say 300x.
Okay.
Yep.
But that was 500. That was 500 million coins coming out every day, like being put onto the market every day. Whereas Pulse is just one. Everyone sacrifices USD, and then it's all just there.
And you've got it. And then it's deflationary from that point. But there's no lockups. I mean, there are lockups, but they're not really, like, because you're not held to it.
Yeah.
So it's a different dynamic, isn't it? It's a different dynamic.
And if you want to have it in liquidity pools, you want to add to those liquidity pools, someone's got to come in and soak that up. So it's got to be brought from somewhere for people to be able to put it in liquidity pools. And unless you're doing one-sided things, but there's a lot of there's a lot of use for that.
What surprises does Richard Hart have in store for us?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like he made a comment way back at the beginning, and he said, "Oh, it's going to have this, it's going to have that, and it's got a few other cool things that I'm not going to tell you."
Yeah.
So
exactly. Exactly. And they're just
nasty.
Speculate. What could it be? What could be on Pulse Chain? What could be, like, there's going to be something. There's going to be some stuff that makes it extra special, yeah? I mean, it's already going to be special because it's going to be quicker than ETH. It's going to be cheaper than ETH. You're going to be able to play with all your ETH stuff, all your ETH tokens, ERC20 tokens in PRC20 form. So what else? What else do you reckon is going to be in store? There's going to be some stuff. We're going to be surprised for sure.
So what's one thing that you would do on a network that would be that ETH doesn't have? So we know that ETH's got staking coming. We know it's got fee burning coming. Is there anything that would?
Oh, look, he wants to have some sort of liquidity mining for people to do, and I don't know how he's going to do it, but
I think the key is going to be with Pulse. The key is going to be those people who have ERC20 tokens and then come over to play in the Pulse on the Pulse chain is what's going to make them want to stay, you know. And I think being able to, I think that is going to be the key. And I'm sure there's a plan in place. I have no idea.
Well, he did mention, printing extra of those ERC20s and using them as the rewards for the liquidity mining.
Like a freemium for coming over or something like that.
No. For providing liquidity, you get extra rewards.
Seems like a complicated way to go, though, because then you have to start playing with everything. Yeah, I know, but it seems like it seems like a really complicated way to go, because then you need to get into the dynamics of every single ERC20.
And what about what about all the smart contracts and all the smart contracts that's and things like how's that going to be managed?
Yeah,
they all get copied or what?
He's
and messing all the coins inside that.
He's messing around with people's supply, but he doesn't.
We don't know if that's the case or not.
He mentioned that, like, what do you guys think of this? And, discuss it. So he's definitely thought of it. I mean, he was one that threw that little nugget out there. And then,
as long as all the Hex goes over, I don't care about the other ones. The other ones I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you want that chain to be successful, though.
Well, I do want to. Yeah, but I suppose so.
Yeah, you want validators to make it worth their while.
You've got to have those validators incentivized. Therefore, you have to have value of the Pulse coin.
Yeah, I like Hex though. I like Hex the best.
You get an absolute load of users.
You need transactions. The more transactions, the more deflationary it becomes.
Yeah.
You need those transactions. Burning. Yeah. Every single time's a transaction, fee burning.
Yeah. Especially if it's low fees.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as all the hex comes over and all the hex steps and everything, I'm happy.
Yeah, and that's that. I originally thought that as well. I thought if Hex came over and Hex was then supercharged because the brakes are off, you can do your short micro stakes. You can onboard people for fractions of a cent. They don't have to.
Yeah,
They
that's
can literally
good.
get a.
Oh, guys! I was in the dev chat,
Mhm.
and so you know how Firebun has made those encapsulated stakes contracts.
Yeah.
My Firebun has.
They've now managed to put them onto Gnosis safes or something,
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
he just
Really?
hasn't built a front end for it yet.
Wow.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
hex stakes are like being able to transfer hex stakes.
That's what I want to do because I got low liquidity.
Well, you won't be able to do it on anything you've already done.
Yeah.
You'll have to do it separately. But I imagine you'll be able to. I reckon you'll be able to do it through a staker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe.
this was
Oh, that's no
this
good.
was this was the thing he had in there, the GitHub for the minter and
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, you can stake, and you could create a stake and nominate an address where when the stakes ended, where the hex will go. But you can also include a fee in there for you handling that transaction, so a minter fee. So you could put in, like, you could put 1% fee on the creation of this stake. So at the point in time when you do it, let's say the stake, and I'll probably cock this up because I'm paraphrasing, but let's say the stake got 10 T shares. You might, as the minter, you might be entitled to 0.1 of those, or one, depending on how you set the fee, or 1 T share. So that's actually your allocation. And then when it's all said and done, and you mint the final hex, then you obviously get your cut. So it's pretty cool, some of the things that he's doing over there. I just had literally before we got in here, I had a quick look at it.
Fully, Firebun is next level.
Yeah, no, he's doing good shit.
Yeah.
Yep, that's for sure. Yeah, well, that's very interesting. That's very interesting stuff, isn't it? So, what do we?
Someone's got some real loud background noise, and it stopped for a moment there, and it was just bliss.
Yeah. And now it started again.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was too. Bit of crackle.
Not me, is it?
I don't know.
No.
I don't think it's me.
Yeah, some really bad feedback, and I've just gotten used to it, but it was nice when it stopped.
Yeah. That's it. Who was it?
What's that?
No, it's back. It's
Someone's fan or something. I reckon it's someone's computer.
Elon's.
Yeah, Elon Hex, it's your computer fan.
It's my computer.
Maybe having an 80s party in your computer.
Maybe it's not me. I thought it was probably me. I'm usually the stuff up around here, aren't
Yeah, I assumed it was you.
I'm always stuff up around here. I always the stuff up in there. Not me this time, is it?
So whilst we're on the topic of Firebun and Steph, we've seen some tweets coming out with a few shots of the user interface for Staker. So
you can sacrifice through Staker.
Yeah, you can sacrifice through Staker, so that's going to be nice and easy for anyone that's been onboarded through that process. I'm kind of wishing mine was all set up like that now. I could just push a button and be done with it. But yeah, so that's really good to see all that's coming out, and I'm assuming. Yeah, true. I can. Yeah.
Transfer it over.
Yeah.
It's kind of nicer with the passphrase and everything, though.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they'll have a pretty simple switch that you can flick between the networks as well. And would that be the place to have some sort of bridge integrated as well?
Oh,
Absolutely.
that'd be the perfect place for a bridge, pretty much.
Well, it's all very exciting, isn't it? It's all very exciting.
There's a lot going on, and everyone seems to be pretty quiet. Where like every now and then I'll get a message from Steph, but Firebun, I'm too scared to message him now. He's obviously too busy. He's in the zone. Yeah,
I messaged him asking him if we could interview him, but he hasn't got back to me. I think he's just head down, bum up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe, you know, look, you know,
Hard. They are working hard.
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure. Like, you could message Firebun a couple of months ago. You could just message him and say, "Oh, look, you know, I need a wallet set up," and then maybe 6 weeks ago, just radio silence, just like nothing. The guy's busy doing good stuff. We're all going to benefit from that.
That's it.
Do you think we're going to be waiting much longer for this sacrifice phase?
Man, I'm still hoping. I'm hoping that Richard has it in the bag, and he's just waiting for Vegas.
Yeah, I'll get it.
I reckon end of the financial year, like 1st of July.
Let's go, baby.
Like 4th of July, or in July next month.
Independence Day, American Independence Day.
No, just because, you know, end of June is like the financial year.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Could straddle that.
Australians, though.
Yeah, good for us, but the US don't give a shit about that. They work on a calendar year.
They wouldn't even know.
But I'll take
what about all the other countries that do it properly financially? Instead of just the Americans.
We're probably in the minority. I don't know.
We're the only ones, mate.
We do everything upside down here, mate.
Well, then I reckon that they should change what they're doing.
Why is doing
my calendar says?
Why do it in the middle of the year? Why is that properly, mate?
Well, it's just like as a financial year is better than like as a financial year and a calendar year, so you don't get the two mixed up. Isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It seems like a bit. I never understood, because if you were to look back and say, the 2021 tax year, it'd be easier just to have a calendar year, yeah.
Yeah,
no, because the 30th of June is the end of the financial year.
I know, but it's like
everyone's too drunk over Christmas, so it just wouldn't work.
Exactly. No one wants to work at bloody
3 months anyway.
January and December. Everyone's like,
but they give you 3 months anyway.
Give you longer. You can have longer. If you've got a business, you can you basically get another 12 months after the end of the. You got plenty of time.
So we reckon. So we're all calling for a July kickoff, are we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can feel Richard just itching.
Why are you asking me? I wouldn't have a clue. He said imminent.
What makes you think we do, though?
No, I mean he's talking about days. He's itching to do it. So he's He's either just waiting on the devs to finish up, or he's got it in his back pocket and he's just waiting for Vegas to happen.
Yeah. It wouldn't be an ideal time to do it while everyone's preoccupied. Because there's going to be a lot of education that needs to be done, and a lot of the people that are in Vegas are the educators. They're the guys streaming and everything. Yeah. So,
imagine trying to educate a 4-year-old child how to do blockchain. What do you tell them? Small child. Here, little girl. Here's a computer. Oh no. Yeah, look. Imagine trying to teach this kid how to do bloody blockchain. Hey mate, he got it. He's like, piss off, you old fucking. We're not listening to you. So and so, we're going to go and ride a skateboard.
Daddy, show me blockchain. My kids. I got to take this off. Looks weird. Hang on.
Very trippy.
No, you're stuck like that now.
Very trippy.
I think you look better when I think you look better when. No, I want to say you look better now. There you go.
Now.
You got the magician's hat. That's not bad. That would have saved a lot of people going out and buy one of those just to try and get on the Richard Hart 24-hour stream, mate.
That's what I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You're smart. You're one of those clever ones.
No, I don't know about that. Cheap would be the.
Well, aren't we all? When it comes to Hex?
Hey,
although I've given away quite a lot, and that's just out of the joke. Like, and there's nothing like what I've gotten back from it, because look, collected the big payday. We got all this nice interest that we're earning. So the least I could do is like put a little bit back into the community and say, here you go. You know, there's lots of great things going on. There's so many great voices and characters, and like bloody just the quality of the content and the detail and the knowledge and the sheer breadth of expertise out there within the Hex community is second to none. regardless of what anyone else tells you or says. Like that whole thing with the like people not believing that the nomics is the true data, thinking that that's been photoshopped by some bloody scammers. That's frightening, isn't it? That's terrible. That's like they should be like telling CoinMarketCap to pull their head in.
Yeah, well, every little bit of hate we get from
desist notice. Didn't Johnny Chaos send off a cease and desist notice?
Yeah, I believe there's some legal movement going on there.
I'm not sure that that's going to. I don't know whether it's going to have any effect. Like, what jurisdiction are they in that you could even have any effect? And then I hope it doesn't have the opposite effect, and they just.
Oh, it's worth a shot. It's only just like
it can't get any worse, Jackson.
I guess if you're not,
you know,
giving you the Jews anyway.
It might pay off.
There's nothing there.
It's so obvious what they're doing. It's like, mind you, it's actually really good because now we can point it out, and when people go, "What?"
and they do have to respond to it. They do have to respond.
I do.
You can't just not respond to a cease and desist. You need to have there needs to be something that you're doing.
Nah, you can not respond to it.
What happens if they actually do it properly? What if they did it properly? Then in a couple of days they'd be right, wouldn't they? Or would be forgiven. Would you say or not?
I can just ignore it.
Oh, I don't care. I don't go there anyway. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm just talking about noobs in general coming into crypto, seeing coin market crap and not seeing Hex. Isn't that harming the community as a whole in crypto? They're not being seen it.
It is because everyone's
getting funneled into these fucking meat grinder scams instead of seeing the one true DeFi.
Yeah,
the best, the one and only.
Yeah, but we just got to point it out. And when you point it out, it's very obvious how corrupt they are. Like they're not even like good at their corruption.
No.
It's kind of pathetic corruption.
It's disgraceful. It's
always just
it's disgraceful. It shouldn't be allowed. It needs to be highlighted.
It's very obvious.
Obvious.
And so once we point it out to people and they see it, and they make their own,
fraud. It's fraudulent. T-Bird, you're right. It's absolutely fraudulent.
Really, we should be, and I know we do, but this should be our moment in the sun where we're really getting the price performance in particular of Hex out in front of people. That's it.
Number go up there. The chart. Look at the chart. Look at the story of Hex. Look at the chart.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is. Yeah. Like there would be so many people that would be getting crushed right now that have brought in
all of this whole downturn. Yep.
I haven't even looked at all the bloody Shibas and all that kind of shit to see how they're going, but I'm assuming they're in the toilet.
Wrecked.
Even Doge's being hit pretty hard. If you were one of these guys that have come in with all the hype at the end.
Oh, Bitcoin's under 30. Bitcoin's 29.841.
Yeah, it's having a bit of a crack at the moment.
17.90.
So that's just going to put more downward pressure price-wise on all of these other shit coins that are out there. Tether, did you say?
All the wreck plebs are coming. Oh, look at this. It's going to be wreck plebs.
So I guess we've got to find the balance of not rubbing it into their face too much, but at least highlighting the fact that, guys, over here there's a life raft. You're welcome on board.
Too late. Get on it. Absolutely.
Slowly, guys. It's cool. It'll come in waves, and then those people will tell their friends, and it keeps on moving. It's cool. Our community's growing.
Bitcoin's been demolished.
The word's getting out.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
We always said the bear market's going to be awesome for Hex, and it is. It's proving that, It could be amazing if we were listed on CoinMarketCap where we should be, but
So what are you going to do? Where does this put? Where's the bottom for Bitcoin on this then? If we break that
20, probably 20. What do you reckon?
Oh, who was having a bet? Someone was having a bet today, was saying that if it goes below 20... Oh, Tangent. Did you watch Tangent stream?
Oh, yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah, good seeing. Good Tangent. He's a legend.
Anyone
I like him, mate.
Subscribe to Tangent's YouTube. You've got to get on.
Oh, yeah, mate.
He does the best solo streams.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Hilarious.
Ooh, Ethereum. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's brutal, isn't it?
Hope everyone's been swapping their ETH for Hex.
Yeah, I don't keep much ETH. I keep mainly Hex. Yeah,
I've just got what I need for transaction fees.
that's exactly right. Exactly right. Pretty much.
Hey, Sammy, it's winter up here.
So yeah, so a lot of blood on the streets at the moment. So yeah, if we can, this is, I guess, a call for all the guys out there to engage with other communities, but do it in a respectful way if you can. And
that's
yeah. You're doing more harm than good if you just go in like.
That is a bad chart.
So would you say that like this is really looks like confirmation we're in a bear market? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
You don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know how long it's going to last. It could be a short bear market, but it looks pretty bearish to me. That looks pretty bearish.
Hey, what's that about ETH fees jacked up over 100 Gwei? What's going on there?
Everyone's trying to exit.
Oh, is that what it is? Everyone just demand.
Sell it out. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Please go up.
I mean, we're almost 70% down. We might be 60% down right now. In ETH, 60% down. That's pretty. Like that ain't good.
Hey, Worldview Warfare. What's the? I've never even heard of the Hex Australia page.
Are you referring to Facebook or something?
Don't know what it is.
Facebook. Yeah, I'm not really on Facebook.
No, I'm not on Facebook either.
No, I'm not on Facebook.
Is it Telegram? Is there a Telegram?
I used to be on it heaps. I mean, I actually tried to build my whole, my networks and everything like that, and use advertising and stuff like that. And then when they just started rugging us on Facebook, like you started having to pay through the nose for everything, and I don't know, it was just, and then it just became shit. Just a cesspit of, like you say something a bit controversial, and then everyone's down your throat, and it's like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. It's a waste of time, isn't it? It's just a big vortex. So yeah.
And it's just,
nobody got time for that.
And especially, my parents are on it and stuff. Or my mum is on it. I'm like, my grandmother used to be on it. It's like, I'm not gonna.
Hey, gas prices are through the roof.
Yeah.
That's what we're just saying. You got to listen to us, mate. We just had a whole conversation about that.
Look at that.
And so everyone's running for the exits.
Yeah.
Oh, this is, guys, listen, this is not financial advice, but when everyone's exiting, that's a good time to dollar cost averaging.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
It's buying season. Yeah,
you'd want to buy it on an exchange for these gas prices, though.
Yeah, Uniswap trades $62, and that would be on the.
Wow.
That would be lucky to get through.
Wow, that changes quick, doesn't it? Gee whiz, that changes quick.
Yeah, that was 20 odd today when I was messing around with
it was like nothing yesterday or whatever it was. I mean, I did nothing. I mean, I got all my stuff staked at the moment, but gee whiz.
So could this be the capitulation point that we needed before we can go up again? Maybe that's what's the light at the end of the tunnel out of all of this.
The only problem is...
So you're a permeable, mate. You are a permeable.
Yeah, I know. I struggle with that. So that's why Hex is the right thing for me.
Too much of an optimist.
Yeah. That's true.
It's I don't know, man. I look at that ETH chart. I can't see much good in it right now, apart from maybe a buying opportunity soon.
Yeah,
maybe.
I just stay away from stuff.
Why would you even? I mean, you don't even need to buy ETH. You just
you
just buy Hex and stake it. Hey, that's all you need to do.
Yeah, but can't the only way to get you can't in Australia. You've got to have ETH to buy Hex, don't you? That's the main way to do it. Do you do it? Well, we talked about that before. Or are we just repeating ourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're only using it as a pass through, you're not exposed.
Yeah.
For very long.
It's just a utility.
Yeah, so you're just using it as that gateway to get through. So it's not.
Gotcha, yeah. It makes sense.
Not a big issue.
The only thing is,
you're buying it to hold. Hope it goes up. No thanks. Yeah, right.
Do you think Pulse Chain is going to have that on-chain margin? On-chain margin trading?
Ooh, that could be the thing that Richard was alluding to. Maybe
that would pull a lot of people.
He's been working on that for a long time.
Margin trading, yes.
That would pull people in. That would pull.
That's another thing. There's a big dollar catch.
Just imagine being able to margin trade on chain for like really low fees.
Well, DY has anyone checked out DYDX? Because that's Starkware and that's a layer 2 ZK roll up, I think. That's margin trading. I think they were going to release that, or they just released it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah, I saw one similar to like as say it was a DeFi.
It won't have Hex on it, but
no, I didn't. But it was still DeFi margin trading. Yeah, it was all. Yeah, it was pretty much like follow all those degen coins like Pirate and whatever else. There's all these different funny coins, but I don't pay much attention to most of them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't even remember what they're called.
Yeah.
There is another show that was Richard went on and had to talk to those Aussie guys. I don't know what they're called now. Forget. Yeah. Richard Hart interviewed. They did an interview with Richard Hart about 2 or 3 months ago. It might have been before or after the big payday. It was before the big payday, actually. Yeah. But anyway,
you tried it, G-Bird, did you? What didn't you like about it?
Oh, DYDX.
T-Bird, yeah.
He's just looking for another airdrop.
Maybe.
Has anyone
I had an interview with them? There's no airdrops with that one. I don't think. That's I don't bother.
So Richard put out a post about Archer, or mentioned Archer swap. Has anyone?
Yeah, that sounds good. That's
I had a look at the interface. Seems pretty simple. Not much to it. So it seems pretty easy to use. But I haven't actually gone ahead and tried it. I wasn't sure whether it was a tried and tested thing. If anyone's had a crack at it.
I had a look at it and just looked at their sort of. I just read up about it and stuff like that. And it's a way of getting around the bots because you go directly to the miners or something. So it hasn't got that MEV, and so you're not getting kind of sandwich attacked.
Here's a question, because all of this about gas fees and whatnot. Why can't? And when I first learned about this, apparently you can mine your own blocks in Ethereum if you've got the gear. How do you mine Ethereum blocks? Is that possible? Like, why are we complaining about the fees when you can just go on Etherscan and mine your own blocks?
You've got to have the hardware.
Yeah, you can't.
You've got to set up a node.
Yeah, you're competing with all the other nodes and everything. I don't think you can just select it.
I thought you could go and mine your own block to get your own transaction into the block.
I don't think it's that easy.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, look, I'm not a miner, so I don't know the
save on the gas fees.
Yeah, I'm not a miner,
mining your own block.
Yeah, but you've got to get that added to the chain, so you've got to.
You can't just mine your own block.
You need to broadcast to the network.
Yeah, you got to compete with everyone as well to get in.
Why?
You don't have to. I don't know if you have to win the block to broadcast to the network.
It's my transaction. I can just put mine in the slot. Why not?
You don't have to win the block.
Everyone has to have consensus with you.
It just goes in. Just goes in the little tube and goes.
You got to bundle them all together, so it's not just your one. You've got to get a bunch of them together.
Yeah, but they're all going like this, and you just go in there.
If you've got lots of transactions, maybe you can, mate.
Stephen has asked about the tax deduction for sacrificing chamber for Sense Foundation. Short answer is probably not, but maybe.
So I can give you a little bit more of a nuanced answer, but obviously not tax advice.
Definitely not tax advice.
Definitely not tax advice. Depending upon your structure, so if you're in a company or a trust or something like that, and you are able to claim expenses as part of the operation of that business, and let's say you were doing something like sponsoring a team, that's an expense you can write off. So you may be able to fit this into that same sort of basket where it's an expense that can be written off. But speak to your accountant. But that may be a bit of a grey area that you can take advantage of. But you won't be able to claim it as an outright donation.
Yeah, it's a deduction. It's like a standard tax for a donation. Like if you sponsor a child and World Vision or something, starving little kid
that's a bit different
there.
though, because you're going to a registered. Well, I think they call it a DGR or something in Australia, where they're registered as someone that can accept donations, whereas SENS is not. So it's
research and development Well, research and development has been a big tax haven for
Has it?
venture capitalists over here.
Right.
You know, if you've got some sort of innovation or some sort of intellectual property or something like that, if it's either innovation or research and development, the venture capitalists will throw money at it because of the tax breaks that they're getting. Yeah, so like all these little startup companies and things like that have got some sort of invention.
Hey, Unwrecked, Nardo's offering you a graphics card or two if you want one, mate. That's very nice of you, Nardo. Very nice of you.
Well, I don't know what.
I don't know.
What's that? Graphics card? What?
Yeah, so you can build your own miner, mate.
Oh, right. Yeah, so that you can mine your own blocks. That's a very cunning plan. I like it. Yes.
That's very funny. That. Very funny, mate.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, you've been doing a few guitars out of boxes, so I reckon you could slap on a miner on the side of your guitar.
Yeah, just mine.
An ETH-powered guitar.
A strum-powered guitar.
Right.
Exactly strum-powered miner.
Like power chords, yeah. Bit of a hard rock.
Absolutely. Why not? Why not?
Hey, send tax advice for you, mate. Pay your taxes or move to Vanuatu.
Yes, I agree. We all want to pay we all know no dramas paying the whatever you call it, the commission amount of taxes that you're supposed to do, you know, like just as a fair income percentage wise, that's no dramas.
Don't pay more than you have to.
That's it.
You need to.
The fair amount. I'd rather do that than move to another country if that's fair. Well, you know.
No, man. There's some other countries that have some interesting tax rules. I mean, I know that Italy has some rules that to attract high worth individuals over there, and I think one of them is that if you move to a certain there's a few regions in Italy. If you move there, you get a 70% discount. So let's say you earn $1 million, you'd only pay your marginal rate of tax on $300,000. What would be euros? And they give you like I mean, there's hoops you have to jump through, but you've got to be a tax resident there. And
hey, what about this maths thing today? I saw was like 4,000 T shares is equal to at 5.7 like daily payout, 5.7 hex per day, and if the price of hex went to say $1, that's like what, I don't know, it was like at least an ETH a day, 4,000 T shares, 1 ETH a day. But
I think it'd be more than that, wouldn't it?
I've travelled quite a bit in Vanuatu actually. So it's pretty interesting place. I don't know if I'd want to live there. I literally went and stayed with the tribe, and there were kids there that had never seen white people.
Yeah, wow, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to go over there. They're good.
I hope you set a good example. And
yeah.
Blue Bum would have compared to some Aussie.
I was traveling with them, and they offered to build us a house there. I said, "Yeah, come back. We'll build you a house." They loved us. Gone to the Carver. That was pretty interesting. Have you had Carver?
Yeah, I've smashed Carver. Yeah, I had a guy from, I worked with a guy from Tonga, and he was like big in the church and everything, and he was like, and we were just like forky drivers. This is like going back 20 years, and like, you know, like we used to like after work, because we did Arvo shift, you finish at 10 p.m. and then you go out the back, and we like, you know, we crashing up the car. He loved it, mate. You should have seen it. We're into the Carver. Oh yeah,
I love Carver. Yeah.
Yeah, the Germans, man, they've got a mate over there, haven't they? I think they've got to hold it for you got to hold it for a year and then it's tax free. Man, how good is that?
Yeah, well, those guys seem to have a lot of money. Those Germans, I shouldn't even say those. I must make a shout out to you know, Hex Line. Like he's obviously doing all right. He's from Austria, not Germany. Remember we had him on our show last season, day 23.
Yeah, Patrick.
How good's he? He's obviously doing marvelous. And Hex, he's sorted out his whole year like long ago, and so he must be like in the top 100.
When are they jumping out of the plane?
Well, yeah, they're jumping out of a plane.
Yeah. Anyone know?
No, I heard someone saying they were going to shoot a gun out of a plane or something.
No, they're going to jump out of
or have a helicopter or
parachute.
something.
Free fall, like.
I think there's a few people heading to Portugal.
Yeah.
That might
I'm
be
there with
the escape route for a lot of folks.
Well.
I've heard that Bulgaria is a place.
It is definitely a place.
That, I've heard that Bulgaria is a good place to set up like entities and stuff. That's what I've heard.
Bulgaria. I like it.
Bulgaria. Interesting.
Well, Jexa, Jexa and me are going to talk about this at some stage. I know.
Are we? Okay.
We are, mate. We can. Yeah.
Oh, you're an expert at it, Jexa. All that stuff that you got, like all those documents from about those different countries.
Yeah, there's a man.
Quite useful.
I didn't realise how big a can of worm it was. I was opening when I started looking into it.
Yeah, it is a massive can of worms.
You need an expert. You need a professional, and you need to just pay them to find out the best thing for you.
Portugal is not that difficult. A D7 visa to Portugal is, I think that's the way to go. It's not too. That's not out of our reach at all.
I've heard that they're considering passing some laws in Portugal, and also the thing is that they don't. There's no tax treaty with Australia, so there's that as well. You want there
for tax purposes, no matter where
you
try.
You want there to be a tax treaty. You want there to be a tax treaty with Australia. Because if there's a tax treaty with Australia, then the Australian they have to respect that tax treaty. So that's you have to consider that as well.
No, you just got to fail their test for whether you're a resident or not. And Australia have set up, their test, and they've got their 4 points or whatever, and
yeah,
you've got to fail that. That's it.
Yeah, that's true. I think
that guy. What was the name of the guy you found, Blue Bum? He was really good. Was it you that posted that one?
Citizen, what's it called?
He was really good. He's a switched on guy, really knows all the laws and everything. So if
he's got a YouTube channel. You're talking about that one?
Yeah, and I don't think he's just, because we're obviously pretty Oz focused on
quick citizenship or something like that.
I'll have to have a look, but yeah, he was really good. And he doesn't just do Aussie stuff.
Yeah,
he knows around the world, so it doesn't matter whether you're a Hexagon in Oz or the US or wherever.
Citizenship in 45 days.
Yeah, he was. He seems really, really switched on, and was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Into the Fire's right. Yeah, it's up to the ATO for Australians anyway to determine whether we're still tax residents. But all you can do is, like you say, Bluey, is try and fail as many of the tests as you can. I'll have to dig out that other guy because he was really good. That's Citizen something, wasn't it?
Look, if you're going and you go permanently and that's your intention, then it's pretty straightforward, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's not.
But if you're leaving, but you're keeping all your stuff in storage, and it's like you've got intention to come back in a few years, they're going to work it out. They're probably going to work it out, and then they're going to just say, like, okay, you were a tax resident here, whether you believe you were or not, you are. So
yeah, I think that's the thing. If you're going to do it, you've got to mean it, really, don't you? You got to.
Yeah, you're going to be like, you're going to have some conviction.
Yeah.
I can't find him now.
I can't find it either, but Oh, here we go. Offshore citizen.
Citizenship quickly.
Oh, no, the one I've got is offshore citizen.
Oh, okay, right. There was also that chick in Portugal, and I saw her do an interview with her lawyer, which was really interesting. She's also a crypto chick. She does a whole lot of crypto videos. A lot of crypto people are moving to Portugal.
Yeah, to Portugal or Puerto Rico.
Fit into one of these.
Portugal, yeah.
Yeah. I think
one of those.
American citizenship as well.
What are you showing us, Unwrecked? What are you showing us, mate?
I just said, you fit into one of that. Does she fit into one? You were talking about some crypto chick, and I said, does she fit into one of these?
Into one of what?
Oh, like, something like this.
I'll ask her lawyer.
Look at that. You put a.
What's that used for?
Do you shave your nipples before you wear that one, Blue?
You put it on. This how you lead them along like this.
This is a family show, mate.
Well, it's a late show. Come on, you're allowed to say F words and everything in this one. Yeah, that's why it's called the late show. See, look, we like a little bit of lace, don't we? Don't we, lads? Oi,
you like to dress up
in here.
You like to dress up, do you, pirate?
That's right. It's for me when I go down the valley when I'm, walking backwards, like down there.
That's your face mask when you walk into the supermarket, right?
Or it's like when you go into the supermarket like this.
That's the COVID mask.
It's like
that's your Mcafee mask.
Gotta walk in there like you got. It's like a one of these gimp suits. Look.
Unwrecked is on the carver.
Oh, that's too much.
I honestly don't know where you go from that.
that's like
what you do, Jackson, is you pull up your top and reveal what you've got underneath.
Very good.
Yeah, I have like a short attention span when it comes to some of this crypto stuff. Yeah.
Hey, I think, guys, we've been going for about almost an hour and 40 minutes, so we'll probably call it an evening. Make sure you stick
rug pull.
Make sure you stick around.
Don't get confused with rug munching, by the way. You don't want to confuse rug pull with rug munching. It's two different things.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to do one while you think you're doing the other.
So, guys, just stick around, okay? Any parting words? Any parting words, Jexer?
I have nothing to say after that. Honestly, I haven't.
Blue Bum.
Look forward to our next stream will be me and Unwrecked live together in the same room.
There'll be other hexagons as well.
Yep. He might want to clean up that room a little bit.
And T-Bird.
No, there won't be anything going on here.
I think T-Bird might be there as well.
T-Bird, JFK 666.
JFK. We might have to do like a full, like actual person, people in a room together stream.
Yeah, we will be. Maybe. Why not?
Gay times. But it's going to be a gay time party.
It's hard to have a gay time on with you. It's hard to have a gay time on your own, so it's a good thing we're all going to be there, eh?
Yeah.
Let's wind it up, guys. Happy.
When was your video airing, Bluey? Do you know?
So, look, we'll smash it out all over Twitter and
Oh no, sorry. This is your Martin North one. When's that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we'll smash it when it comes out. He said 4 or 5 days, so sometime this week. And we'll smash it all out on the Telegrams and the Twitters and all that. And it'd be great to get a whole lot of people watching it and commenting and just pumping up the views on it so that it gets caught onto the old algorithms and if hopefully if it's popular he has me back because to get into a bit more of a discussion on stuff and that's
all we needed was day 43 to not have his thing on. It would be nice and peaceful, quiet. It was like that one we did like last year or something, and he had that squeaky chair. It was all through the whole thing where we're trying to have a conversation. He's like, squeaky little chair like this. Yeah. It's like they say, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and now he's like done that. Here he is.
Oh, T-Lon.
It's T-Lon, mate. There you go.
Hey, all right.
Hey,
get out of here, Alex.
How many hex is a Tesla? How many hex for a Tesla?
Well, I'm going to speak on that in a second.
Are you going to start accepting hex for Teslas?
Absolutely. We won't be accepting Bitcoin, but we will be accepting hex. And I just want to tell Max Kaiser to get fucked. Good night.